Hey there, welcome again. My name is Do Akuto. Today I want to teach you a few things from my own personal experience and some of the things I've helped my people I've worked with. Okay, I want to teach you a few things about how to get yourself from a state of being vulnerable to a place where you can begin to feel powerful within yourself. It will really help you, I promise. So make sure that you watch this video to the end, especially if you're a woman who feels vulnerable in the situation that you are right now. And I know that there are several types of vulnerability in that sense. But the vulnerable that I'm talking about is, let's look at the dictionary definition. It says vulnerable, being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. So the vulnerable that we're talking about today is when you are in a situation where you cannot really help yourself. You are at risk of being harmed, either by a partner or by life or by situations, like you are not in control at all of your circumstances. You are not in control of your life. It can be the damnedest thing. It's a feeling, it gives you a feeling of helplessness. It gives you, some people even commit suicide. It gives you a feeling of, it's a really terrible feeling if you have ever been there. And there are so many things that can result from that. Sometimes you find yourself staying in relationships that you have no business staying in. You know that you have no business staying there, but you stay there anyway because you are vulnerable. Sometimes you find yourself in an abusive relationship, straight up abusive. Okay, you're beaten from one polar to another pole, but you are still there. It could be a marriage, relationship, whatever. I don't care. I don't believe that a human being, a full-blown grown woman such as yourself, beautiful as you are, should be beaten about like an animal. I really don't believe that. But you find yourself that you're stuck in these relationships because you are vulnerable. You've somehow put yourself, or life has put you in a position where you cannot help yourself. So the only option is to stay in these relationships. You find yourself sleeping with men that you have no business sleeping with. You don't even like them, but you sleep with them anyway, not on your own terms. You sleep with them because how I for do. You sleep with them because, you want food on the table. You want to be able to feed your kids, or you want to be able to feed yourself, or you want to take care of yourself. You want to survive somehow. Okay, so you put yourself at risk of getting all types of infection, all types of terminal diseases, of developing all kinds of crazy things that you don't even really need them in your body. But because you are vulnerable, because you are in a position, and more often than not, you cannot even explain some of these things to people out there because they will judge you. They will judge you, why are you sleeping with this man? Why are you enduring this? Why are you doing that? Why are you still in that marriage? People judge you. And that's the reason why sometimes when people are even passing through domestic violence situations, they don't talk about it. They don't say anything about it. They try to protect the family name, because they don't want people to know and judge them on top of what they're going through. So this vulnerability I'm talking about, mostly for women, putting yourself in a position that you can be harmed or you can be abused verbally, physically, emotionally. Okay, so there are a few things that you can do. Vulnerability comes from helplessness. It comes from when you don't know what to do. You don't have options. You feel like you don't have options. You feel like you don't have options. You feel like, there's nothing you can do about it, and the situation is out of your hand. That gives you a feeling of being vulnerable and puts you actually in a vulnerable position. Here's something that you can do. Very simple things that I'm gonna need you to start doing. Listen, you may listen to me from morning till night, but if you don't implement some of the things that you hear me say, you will not see results in your life. It's really that simple. But if you do, you are very sure to see results, because those are some of the things that help me to start getting a hold of myself, to start choosing who I want to be with, to start selecting the kind of friends I want to have in my life, because it gave me some form of security. There are two things that will give you a very solid sense of security. One of them is God. I don't know what you believe in that you're watching this video. I believe in Jesus Christ. So one of the things that will give you security, so you stop feeling as vulnerable as you feel right now, is God. Develop a relationship with God. I'm not talking about going to church. I'm not talking about attending all the services in church. I'm not talking about making sure that you don't miss the services. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is pick up your Bible and get to read about Jesus Christ. Get to read about the love that he has for you. He said, nothing shall be able to separate you from the love that he has for you, not the other way around. So he loves you. There is no sin that you will commit that is going to make him to not to love you. Because he saved you while you were yet a sinner. So there are some basic things you need to understand about this Jesus that we are worshiping. So that's one. And there's so many things to break down from there. But the second thing I want to share with you today is money is a security. You see, money, it gives you options. No matter how small it is, no matter how plenty you have, depending on how much money you have, you will have options. You will have access to things that you didn't have access to before. You'll be able to do things that you were not able to do before. You'll be able to make decisions. For instance, you are in an abusive relationship. You want to leave and get your own apartment, but you cannot do that because you don't have any money. Start saving. So many of us don't save. There was a book I read recently that helped me to start saving. I wish it was in a soft copy. I don't have a copy. Even though I bought this book, I would have given it to you guys free. It's upside down, I think. Pathway to Wealth. Okay, it's formerly How to Be a Millionaire. It's forwarded by something. What's it? Olumide O Emmanuel. That's the name of the author. He talked about creating generational wealth. See, it's a lifestyle. Start saving. It gives you a powerful feeling of security besides God, of course. It gives you a powerful sense of security that you have a fallback. Okay, you have some kind of fallback plan. If they give you money to go to the market, save 1K, just 1K, put it somewhere. It's a powerful feeling to have 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira somewhere. Okay. Don't use all of your salary. There is this thing about budgeting with all of your money. Look, it puts you in a vulnerable situation when you don't have options. It's really, really bad for you as a woman. So start saving, no matter how small. Keep some money somewhere for no reason. Some people save to buy a house. Some people save to be able to do this and do that. No, this saving I'm talking about, you're saving for no reason. So decide on a percentage and start saving for no reason. You have a smartphone. That's the second thing. You have a smartphone. Start teaching people stuff online. What do you know how to do? Okay, what do you know how to do? Do you know how to bake? Do you know how to wash very well? Do you know how to clean the house? Do you know how to iron properly? What do you know how to do? Get people in a WhatsApp group. If you can access this video, then you know what I'm talking about. Get people in a WhatsApp group and teach them how to do that. Let them pay you a fee, 500, 300, 2,000, whatever. Put the fee on what you want to teach and let them pay before they join the WhatsApp group, so that you can teach them that it will be able to get you some money. Look, I need you to have this mentality that you will either sell something or die, whatever it is. Pure water, Zobo, Kunu, what was the name of this thing? Tiger nuts, whatever. Sell something or die. A lot of you come into my DM and telling me about your situation and what is going on, and I'm asking you, what are you doing? And you're not doing anything. It keeps you perpetually in a vulnerable state. Connect with God, sell something or die. Okay? So build a form of security behind the scenes. You don't have to let everyone know that you're building up your finances or you're trying to beef up your security with money and all of that. You don't have to put it all out there. No, you don't. You simply have to find a way of saving that money quietly. Okay? Your husband doesn't need to know. Your abusive partner doesn't need to know. Just save that money quietly. It will enable you have the mind, okay, to make up your mind at the point. Look, I want my freedom. And you'll be able to fund the life that you will live after you gain your freedom. Okay, go to Google. Stop spending your time going on Facebook looking at your classmates and comparing yourself and blah blah blah. So that's going to be in another teaching, because I really want to talk to you also about focus, about what you are focusing on and how that affects your life. Okay, because the more energy you give to your problems, the more you pay attention to how bad everything is, things are not moving, you analyze how bad your situation is, the more you're going to have that bad situation happen in different forms over and over and over. So my suggestion to you is remove your focus. Those things are there. You haven't solved that problem. You're still vulnerable. Everything is still shitty. Things are not moving. No problem. Leave it there. Focus your attention on creating a new life by saving, creating a new life by teaching what you know in a WhatsApp group. Listen, the internet has come to stay and it's not going anywhere. Okay, focus your attention on understanding the love of God for you. He's not judging you. God is not going to judge you because you left an abusive marriage. God is not going to judge you because you're a single mom. God is not judging you because you are single and you're committing sin and you're doing all of it. God is not judging you. He's not interested in that. He is not interested in that. Understand that God loves you. He loves you the way you are. He loves you. He wants to love you out of all your negative situations and problems. Okay. So, I'm going to start preaching. But my point is, connect with God, really understand how He loves you, and then beef up security for yourself without announcing it. We really have to get out of this situation called vulnerable, because we are created just as important as anyone else out there, and we should live life on our own terms. Well, let me know what you think in the comments.